Hello and welcome back to the Sam Beast YouTube channel. My name is David Foxen and we've got another one in our ITAM shorts, and this time with the absolute legend, multiple award winning Syniega founder, Mr. Tony Crawley. In this interview, Tony talks about how the traditional ITAM snapshots are quickly degrading in the value, and also his unique approach that Syniega use to add value to their customers for ITAM. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
So with all of the new technology and the fact that you've said there, the retail IT space has come on 10 years and 18 months or so, where do you think the value that IT asset management can bring? Where's that going?
Right. I've got some really, and this will sound like you set up that question, but you generally haven't, have you? If you think IT is getting so much more complex, and it's accelerating faster than it ever has. Like we was talking about before, you can do these changes so quickly.
Yeah.
If you look at IT asset management, you look at a traditional managed service, that snapshot of an ELP or a position, is just degrading in value as we accelerate into this new era, and it is less and less and less valuable. There's no two ways about it. So where we are as a company, what we're trying to do, we've got this kind of 3M methodology. The first one is map, right? It's map, model, migrate. And the map is, okay, we'll take a traditional look at your estate. We'll understand where you are now, where your contracts are. But the next two stages, I think, is where, as we enter this kind of new world, it's going to become more and more valuable. So the second part is model. So what we do, we've got a cool bit of IP which have been developed by, we've developed it ourselves, but it's getting enhanced by some proper academics now at a university, which is so excited about, some proper mathematicians. And what that does is give us modeling capabilities. So we work with various parts of the organization, and we say, this is where you are now, this is where your IT is planning to go, and we look at the commercial implications of that as if they're there, right? So if you got this, I know it's pretty cool, isn't it? This is the commercial implications. But as well as that, we try and prevent issues before they occur, because we work very closely. It's not just the remote service, we work very closely with technical teams. So what we're trying to do is prevent these issues from happening. So, for example, if you compare kind of our managed service to a standard one, you've got, we'll intersect a problem at the architectural level, right? And go, oh, you don't want to put that one vCPU of Oracle into that ginormous cluster and cause a 20 million pound, right? And we intercept it straight away, right? Now, if you look at the other managed service, and if you think about it, that architect could spend the next 9 months developing that application or service or treatment or whatever. And we've prevented all of that wasted time as well. Yeah. Whereas the other managed service will only pick that up a month after that's been deployed. So 12 months in the future, and it's not solved the issue, right? And I think that as IT speeds up, gets more complex, a view to the future and the modeling of the future is going to be far more valuable than a static position of where you have been. And if you look at it from a procurement point of view, our model, even though it's an estimate, is going to be much more valuable than a picture of where you was last month. If we can say, okay, according to your plans, in the next 2 years, to a procurement person who's looking at doing a 3-year deal or whatever, that's much more valuable than, again, what's the position last month? Well, I'm trying to contract 3 years. So for the procurement person, it's much more useful. And then the third aspect of it is the migrate. So this is where we model it over time as well, because obviously as you move things across, you're switching on landing zones, and then you decommission in legacy, and we try and map that period in between, which has loads of useful stuff like sort of peak parallel runs and things like that. So there's lots of cool stuff.